Today's video, we're going to be exploring and getting an understanding why Malaysia is such an underrated city, why so many travelers travel Southeast Asia but always tend to skip Kuala Lumpur. And I'm going to be comparing, is it better for expats to be living in Kuala Lumpur or should they be living in Jakarta, Indonesia or Bangkok, Thailand? So stick around for this video to get an understanding of my reasons why I love Kuala Lumpur. Okay, so after visiting Jakarta and Bangkok, and I think one of the reasons why I kind of like to base myself on Kuala Lumpur is because that it is a very good hub spot for traveling around Southeast Asia. There's cheap flights to Thailand, there's cheap flights when I want to go to Bali, there's cheap flights that are flying to China, Japan, Seoul. It's just a hub. The Philippines, it's just a hub. And and me being a British citizen, I don't need to obtain a visa. I can just land in. The immigration is simply easy now. You just fill out a form when you land in and you're just through. So that's probably one of the easiest reasons why it's not a headache. I could just quickly fly there, do what I need to do, whether that's going and buying, I don't know, some electronics, a new camera, a new phone, a new pair of clothes. They have a lot of options and it's very affordable. That goes on to my second thing. Things there are a little bit more affordable in Kuala Lumpur. I find that things are just so cheap. It's a bit more cheaper, like accommodation. You can find hotels that I can pick from than when I'm into Kuala Lumpur. So here I have a very range option of hotels, and I think I will say, I'm gonna be honest, I felt like the hotels here were a bit more higher standard than in Jakarta. And that's not offense to Jakarta, Indonesia. I just felt that in Malaysia, it was a bit more of a higher standard. You have a lot more options of hotels that I can pick from. Look, there's 1 hotel, 2 hotels, 3 hotels, there's 4 hotels. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And I can get a good reasonable price. I can get a nice condo with a poolside view, with an infinity pool, looking the whole of Malaysia, looking the whole of Kuala Lumpur, the city. So I felt like property in Jakarta was a little bit more higher. For me, that was just for me anyway. I felt like the pricing was way a bit too higher, and then what you paid for is what you get in Jakarta. Like here, you can pay low price for something and you can get really good value for your money. In Jakarta, you gotta pay big money to get somewhere nice to stay. And in Jakarta, if you pay low money, you will get somewhere that is not very clean and nice. So for around about 30 to 40 pound, 60, whatever, and you can get a good view of the city. You can get infinity pool. Sometimes even in hostels, you can be getting hostels for around about 10, 15 pounds. If that's in dollars, you're getting it for like $20 with a nice pool, infinity pool in your hostel. So it's very affordable, and food there, and also just food is so cheap. It's a little bit more cheaper than other places that I've traveled to in Asia. Like, I like to base myself in Bali, and Bali is very expensive. When I go to Bali, I do not put on no weight because food there is so expensive, and I have to watch what I'm eating and where I'm going because money just go very quick. But when I'm in Malaysia, I don't worry about what I'm spending. And sometimes I'm like, damn, have I really spent that much? Have I really spent 200 ringgit, which is around about 30 pounds, like in like a day? I'm like, raw, so another thing would just be so much about the pricing. Like, there's a lot of good things about pricing, variety of things. And the other thing would be multiculturalism. You get a lot of diversity in Malaysia. You get a lot of people that are from different backgrounds. 3 ethnic minorities that are in Malaysia are Malay people, Chinese, and Indian. So they're the 3 main group of people. Obviously, the Indians are 2nd generation or 3rd generation from their grandfathers, came over many years ago to Kuala Lumpur. So you get a lot of variety and a lot of these cultures merging together. and it creates the most amazing place for you to get the best food, the best atmosphere, the best surroundings. It's just best for everything. So that's kind of the one thing that I really love, is just a mix of diversity, and they all gel together. I don't know, maybe you can let me know in the comment section of the ethnic minorities. Do they gel well together in Malaysia? I don't know. Any ethnic minorities, do they face racism? I don't know. Let me know. But what I've seen, it seems like they gel together. Everybody's in their own community. You get Little India, which I'll show you now in a place in Malaysia called Little Asia. Malaysia is a place that a few people have been saying to me in my home country, Britain, oh, Malaysia's just a Muslim country. Oh, why would we want to live there? Well, I'm coming to show you a place called Little India, because it has this, like I said, Malaysia has different ethnic minorities here, has very different religions, it's very diverse. It's not just a Muslim country predominantly here, but there is other places in Kuala Lumpur. You can just smell the food as soon as you come in, you know. You have to, you know, you can tell that this is Little India because of the smell of the food, the curries, you know. Hello, how are you? She's saying I'm fine. I know I'm fine, but but yeah, this is Little India right now. But yeah, guys, as I was saying, you can smell the flavors, you can smell the curry as soon as you took. Hello, how are you?
Right.
Where are you from, brother? Malacca. Oh, not from Malaysia. Malacca, I've been Malacca. What's one thing you love about Malaysia?
Asam pedas.
Asam pedas.
Rice.
Rice, that's what you love?
Yeah.
Food?
Yeah.
Spicy or no spicy?
Spicy.
Oh, no spicy, no good, brother.
Once a while.
Once a while?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Very nice, man. Ah, yeah. Oh, here we are, here. Hello, brother. Your shop? It's this one, Indian Asian gold?
22 carat.
Oh. Real gold?
Yeah, real gold.
How long have you had business here for?
6 years.
6 years. Business good or slow or good?
It's,
Steady?
Steady. This is all the men's ring.
This is the men's ring.
Yeah.
Wow. And this is how much carat gold?
22 carat.
22 carat. Yeah, back home in Britain, we have a very big Indian and Hindu community, and a lot of them have the shops like this.
Yeah.
But you know, because England is very dangerous and bad, they lock it away in a safe because people try and rob them. You know, but here, very peaceful, very safe. So, my brother, thank you for giving me your time, and I wish many more years success for your business.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. You too, brother. Hello, brother. Ah. Yeah, they actually have security here as well. Just as I spoke about security, they have. Wow, look at this. They have all of the gold here. This is amazing. Really amazing. Wow. As I said, guys, that's 2 carat gold. Real carat gold right there. That's real gold. So very expensive. That's in the thousands. So, you know, wherever you go, Indians and the Hindu community and Indians, they're very well off and wealthy people, and they have their real gold. That's why I told him there's a lot of Indians now, they don't keep their gold in their house back in England. A lot of them keep their gold in like safe deposit boxes with the bank. I noticed it when I was going to put a deposit in the bank one time. There was a lot of Indians there, and they were putting their gold in, because a lot of people do try to rob Indian houses for their gold. Wow. This is really good. Langas.
Wedding langa, dinner langa.
For wedding.
Yes.
Where the men? This is the one for the men? So here we have, guys. These are the wedding type of shops they have here. Interesting. Okay. Ah, interesting.
That's it also.
Oh, you have men's this one. Oh, okay.
Men, no, men.
Not men's. You own all these shops?
Yeah, same.
You own all of them? You own. Huh? His boss. You get a lot of things that you want, you can get in Malaysia. And for me, I love it because it just offers everything for me. Me being from a big city in the UK called Birmingham, second biggest city in England, I find that Malaysia makes me feel at home. I'm very welcome and I feel at home because it's very big high-rises building. I don't feel like I'm somewhere different. It just makes me feel like, yo, I'm back home. I don't feel homesick. I'm just there, you know? So I think that's one of the reasons. And I felt that when I was in Jakarta as well. Like, I felt Jakarta was like that as well. But I don't know. Those different things. We'll obviously, this is going on to my other question now, is Malaysia is very easy for me to get around compared to countries like Jakarta. I find that it is so much easier to get around in Jakarta. Like in Jakarta, English is not really spoken as much, so a lot of times you're gonna have to be using your Google Translator to be communicating with people for taxis, people in the street, people in the shops, like just asking them. Whereas when I'm in Malaysia, people speak English, so we were able to communicate straight away, but that obviously...
What's up, my brother? You okay? How are you? Just looking today, but I do need a new phone. Do the 13 Pro?
13 Pro is finished up, but I got 14 Pro.
Oh, you have 14 Pro.
256, 512 and 1 terabyte.
Oh, 1 terabyte,
Yeah.
14 Pro. How much is the 1 terabyte?
2950.
14 terabyte, 1 terabyte.
Yeah, 1 terabyte. 14 Pro.
Alright then, I'll have a look. Okay then, thank you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, brother. That's all.
That comes down to it being a former British colony. Malaysia was a British former colony many years ago, and obviously in Indonesia was Dutch colony. So yeah, but obviously once you go to Bali and places like that, English is spoken a lot more. So yeah, so that's probably one of the reasons why I do gravitate more to Indonesia. But I'm gonna just be real. Now we're talking about the people. The people are friendly in Malaysia, but they're not as friendly as they are in Indonesia. Indonesian people are just so much friendlier. Like, I've never had an argument with anybody in Indonesia. There's just no way. They're just so polite and so nice, and no one's trying to scam you or rob you in Indonesia. Not even in Malaysia, no one's trying to scam you or rob you. But I do find people are a little bit more calm and chill in Indonesia. But when I'm in Malaysia, I don't know who it is. I have some going to mention on the video. When I don't know if these are people from Bangladesh or other countries like Pakistan that are in Malaysia that are working in the 7-Eleven are really rude. I've been a few times, I've had arguments with people in the 7-Eleven who work there. And sometimes I've had to go and call for the manager. I've had to tell them, listen, look, I want to speak to the manager because you're so rude. When I was speaking to people, local Malaysian people, they said they were always like that. Obviously, the Bangladesh are coming here. There's a lot of Bangladeshi people. And no disrespect to no one from Bangladesh or Pakistan. I love them. I love their country. Nice people. But they are rude who work in 7-Eleven. And I don't like to look down at them, but I'm like, yo, you're working in 7-Eleven. It's not a well-paid job, so why are you moving this way like you're entitled to be rude to me as a visitor? And I don't normally like to bite to it because I'm a visitor in Malaysia, so I like to show some respect. But yeah. And number 2 would be the party scene in Malaysia. It's so underrated. Like, it has a little bit of a party scene, but I think that's another reason why people don't go to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur and Jakarta is because they don't know much about it. People know, every time I put on my TikTok, British people, Dutch people from Europe are always in Thailand. Thailand's the most well-known place in Asia. Not many people know about or want to travel to Malaysia. For some reason, I don't know. Hopefully this video will inspire people to travel to Jakarta and Malaysia. But I think it happens to be, I put it down to not many people know much about these countries, Jakarta and Malaysia, and there's not much of a party scene. But there's more of a party scene in Malaysia, which I kind of like the bars. I don't drink myself personally, but I do like to be around a party vibe, so it makes me, I don't feel like I'm being alone because I always travel alone. So it makes me feel like I'm not alone. So, but in Jakarta, there isn't much of, I don't think there is, things kind of shut early in Jakarta, 5-6 o'clock. But boy, so yeah, that's one of the reasons I would say is why they don't come. But there actually is a nice little mini bar clubbing scene in Malaysia. So yeah, in Kuala Lumpur. So if you go in, check it out. If you see this video, So yeah, I think that is the main thing. And just, I think the both reasons why I love Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur and Jakarta is that they're both Muslim countries, but they're very relaxed and they're not very judgmental. They're not very strict. They're strict, but they're not strict, you know. But they won't judge you for coming out wearing shorts. Like, I'm in shorts now. They won't judge you for wearing shorts. Or, you know, because I've been to some Muslim countries where they're very strict at what you wear. So here they're very laid back and relaxed, which I really like. And so if this is anybody that probably thinks, oh, I don't want to go to Jakarta, oh, I don't want to go to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, because they're a very strict Muslim country, or they're Muslims, they're not strict. They're very laid back. And yeah, so that's my advice. But anyway, guys.
And today's video, as you can see by the title, is me spending 24 hours. Hello. Me spending 24 hours here in Kuala Lumpur. I'm gonna ask the question: is Kuala Lumpur a better city for me to live than Jakarta, Indonesia, or somewhere I would want to relocate in the future? So that's how we're gonna go around today and exploring here. But yeah, so today we're actually gonna see which is actually better, Jakarta or Kuala Lumpur. But anyway, so yeah, we're here in Chinatown now. I'm actually staying in Chinatown, so I'll come back after because I have to come back. But they have the famous market here. But anyway, we're in one of the biggest electrical stores here in Kuala Lumpur, and this is one of my favorite places to come in Kuala Lumpur. It's just, look at it. We just got everything you need. You can come here, you can get your phones, your laptops, everything. And I'm just like a kid in a candy store. When he comes here, he just wants to buy everything. I'm a gadget. I like new cameras. I like getting new gadgets. You get some cheap headphones. Things here are like, because obviously China is not far away. Obviously it's not close, but a lot of things can be imported from China to here. So it's pretty actually good. But as you can see, we have everything here. We have all the cameras, phones. If you want to come, you can get everything phone. So I always do actually like it in here. So, you know, thought I'd show you. These are one of the lovely things that I love about Kuala Lumpur, is that they have everything here. Obviously today is a really busy day due to a Saturday. So yeah. But yeah, guys, you can get all cameras, all videos, microphones, everything you can find here. We have the stands. It's amazing. Nice little car right there. Nice little pink car. I don't know if that's Nicki Minaj. Is that Nicki Minaj in that car? I don't think so. But anyway, what I will say is that the nightlife in here is 10 times better. Even though it's a Muslim country, there is one certain place that serves alcohol, and we're gonna go down there now. There's like a little bars, everything all the way down there. I'm gonna show you. I also have some video footage from the night time. But yeah, but one thing I did notice when I was in Jakarta was that things closed very early. I was inside my hotel around about 4 p.m, 3 p.m, you know, very early. You know, here there's a lot more going on in Kuala Lumpur. I would say there's a hell of a lot more going on. You've got bars, nightclubs, everything going on. See, you got all the food spots here. And at night time, this is really lit up. This is like 40% busy. Wait till it gets on night time. Here is where we're walking now, is the night bars, where they have the bars where they serve alcohol. And why I mention it being a Muslim country, wow, majority Muslim, is that they still serve alcohol here, so you can still get alcohol. But here now they have all of the food spots, and it goes all the way down there. You have all of the food spots, and as you can see the second largest building in the world. Yeah, if you know the name, I forgot the name of that now, but that's the second largest building in the world. Merdeka, I think called Merdeka? I don't know. If I'm correct me in the comment section, it's called Merdeka. But basically, it was, I think it was in a film. I think they had it in a series in Netflix or something. But yeah, here you have all the massage parlors, and this kind of gives me the original.
Original. This one see? Original.
Why original? Why is it original?
This one Malaysian.
Oh, original.
Original.
No import.
You see already?
Oh, original.
Original.
Not fake.
No.
We don't do fake around here. We do original.
Yeah.
Always original.
Yeah, original.
Okay, well, I'll come back tomorrow and I get one. You do one with ice fresh?
Yeah, ice fresh. This
Okay.
is ice.
Ooh, okay. Ice and it's fresh.
Huh?
Huh?
You eat? One try?
Tomorrow. Today I feel a little bit ill. Tomorrow.
This one fresh.
Where you from, brother? Bangladesh?
Yeah, Bangladesh.
Dhaka?
Dhaka. No sundi.
Oh.
Dhaka no sundi.
Okay, maybe I go there inshallah one day. I'll come back tomorrow and try this one.
Inshallah.
Fresh one. Okay, brother.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
So here we have, I think this area must be a Bangladesh area. Like I said previously, there's a lot of Bangladesh here. So we're here and there's a lot of Bangladeshi people here. He was like original sugarcane. I was like, original? Is there a fake and original? But I mean, he meant that it's not imported. But yeah, a lot of the one thing that I have noticed being in Kuala Lumpur is that how busy it gets in the night. Like here today is a Saturday and it's fairly just normal pace. But when you come out here at nighttime, I'm gonna show you nighttime, it gets really busy. Here, it gets loads of people crossing. Like, oh my God, like here is like just nothing. But nighttime, it comes out. I don't know if that is just everything, that's just how it is. But at nighttime, it gets really busy. Like, you know, I think I put that down to the weather being so hot. In the day it's very humid. As you can see, I'm sweating. You know, as you can see, I'm very sweating. So in the night it's more cooler, but you get far more people out in the night, you know, which is very interesting. Malaysia just comes to light. I would say Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur is the Las Vegas of Asia. You could say that, you know, Las Vegas of Asia, because everything just really just comes to life, and it's kind of like amazing, you know. And I think in the night it gets too packed. I don't like it at night because it just gets too packed. But here in the daytime, it's a little bit less crowded. So yeah. Stop.
Dollar?
Huh?
Dollar have?
You have dollar? Oh, I have dollar. You have dollar?
You have dollar?
No dollar.
No dollar.
No dollar. No dinero. No big size. These are small size though. The big size?
Big size have, small size have.
How much? What's big size you have? Big size.
You tell me no dollar, no money.
But I'm saying for later when I come back.
You come back. You coming after you. My total price. So this different price. This one different price.
Okay. What's the price on these ones?
Different price. Different.
Oh, different. Oh, okay. Okay. You called me and but yeah, as you got it, guys, we have the shops here. We're here in Chinatown and we just have the whole shops here. We sell everything. They have the bags. We have all the designer bags here. If you want it, Gucci, you can go get it. Explaining in the video how we have all of the videos. Hello, brother. And we have the football stops. All gadgets here. So I thought I would let you guys know what Chinatown looks like in the market here. Hello, brother. How are you? You good? Bad? No money. So wow. The other guy I thought was a little bit rude. He told me I didn't have dollar, but I was inquiring, and when I was inquiring, he still didn't want to tell me, but he called me. I didn't come to him, you know, and then didn't like that I was telling whatever. But yeah, this is Chinatown. You can see the green lanterns here. So as I was saying, there's different areas. We have Little India, here we have this Chinatown,